go back to the beginning, the Thai people believe that the universe and us, human beings, are composed of 4 basic elements. Earth, which is our solid, water, any of the fluids, rivers, wind, our breath, and fire, our energy. Coconut goes a long way in a Thai diet. And the reason, I think, in the olden days is because it's not so easy to process. You have to go up and get a coconut, then you have to whack it open, and you use this instrument, it's called a rabbit, look like a teeth, and you sit on it, and then you grate it by going from bottoms up like this. So you grate this.
Good job.
I'm not as fast as some people. And the cream or the milk is in here.
And you squeeze it out.
So we have salt, garlic, coriander roots, and Thai peppercorn. 4 basic ingredients. So this is earth, this is wind. Total balance. Okay. Interestingly, what you do is that you always start out with salt and garlic together. We don't grind. The only thing we grind is this. But since we're going to pound that in there as well, to pound, you want to put it near you so that you're balanced, and you want to use this part of your person to as the force in order to pound it. You hold it so that it's in balance. This has to be comfortable in your hand. You hold on to it one side, and you pound upside down, up, down, up, down, up, down, in a very nice rhythmic way. I always tell my students to pound as with your favorite music. We're going to put some salt in there. That's about almost a teaspoon. And if it creeps up, just push it down. Okay, I'm going to put it next to you. I'm going to give you some coriander roots. Now, when you know it's done is when you start pounding, this feels like there's a suction between your mortar and pestle. You don't want to overpowering it.
No.
All right? I think that maybe about a little bit over a teaspoon is plenty. Yes? And it's already have salt in it, so you don't have to really season it with anything else. And we're going to make little meatballs, and it's going to go into that coconut soup you're so excited about. Just pick up a pinch a little bit and make into a ball.
See, this is beautiful with the cilantro on top. I like these spoons, they're fish.
Yeah. This is a very old and most beloved meal of a Thai person. The curry varies, depends on the season. You always have to have a clear soup, some kind of dipping sauce, vegetables, preferably some fresh ones, which I didn't have time to produce. And we love mackerel. What you do is that...
This is wonderful rice too. It's brown.
This is organic rice.
Yeah,
yes,
great.
Trying to get people to go back to eating the way
They
it's.
should.
So you have a little bit of the rice, okay, and then what you do is that you take what you like to eat. So you could take, let's say, the pumpkin, and then put just a touch of this on it, just a little bit, not too much. You can put a little bit of this on your rice.
Oh.
And try.
Huh.
We don't drink it. We put it on rice.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, and then you try some of that.
Okay.
This is swamp spinach, very high in iron. This is green bean, used to be green beans, so we roll it up, we just steam it. And then a little mackerel also goes with this. Now, if your mouth needs a little kind of cleansing, so to speak, then you do this. You use, this is your spoon. And you could just have some of these.
Winter
yes.
Well, it's has wonderful flavors.
It
I
complements.
can see why. I can see it. They all go together. You couldn't have one without the other. There was a big Helmsley grant that was made for genomic medicine. And part of this genomic medicine is to try to use all the knowledge that we've gained over the 50 years of the existence of the Salk Institute to improve human health and well-being. Part of this has to do with understanding connections between the foods that we eat the metabolism in our body and various diseases that can come from imbalance.
When I first opened Saffron, it was my way of introducing my culture to the American public because people didn't know back 28 years ago where Thailand was and where we were and what we do and how we are as a person. But 20 years later, people seem to think that they know a lot more about Thai food, but they've forgotten that food is medicine.
Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
having a wonderful morning. Very educational
Thank you.
and delicious.
Well, it's been a
and
pleasure
beautiful.
because I never thought that I'm a scientist. I'm just a cook. But I cook.
No,
I
but
cook well.
science and cooking, same thing. In
Right.
fact, I worked for this man named Mario Capecchi, who ultimately got the Nobel Prize. And one of the ways that he accepted people into the lab was he said, "Do you like to cook?" And the best cooks were the best scientists.